Speaking test. My name is Dayana Bailón, and I'm going to talk about um, adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency are used to indicate how often one person does a specific or determined activity. Adverbs of frequency are always, usually, frequently, often, sometimes, occasionally, um, seldom, rarely, and never. In this table, we can see the adverbs of frequency from always to never with the percentage uh, of the frequency that is from 100% to 0%. There are also the respective examples from each adverb. Always, your example is, I always study from an exam. Usually, I use from your example is, I usually walk to work. Normally or generally, your example is, she normally gets good marks. Often or frequently, your example is, they are often partying until 3 a.m. Sometimes, your example is, I sometimes sing in the shower. Occasionally, your example is, we occasionally go to bed late. Seldom, your example is, I seldom put salt on my food. Rarely, your example is, she is old and rarely goes out. I never, your example is, vegetarians never eat milk. Word order. For positive, your order can be is subject, more, frequency adverb, and verb. For example, he often cooks pasta. Or also object, be, and frequency adverb. For example, you are always late. For question, the order is auxiliary, subject, and frequency verb. For example, are you always late? Are you always late? Or does he often cook? Use never and hardly ever with positive verbs. For example, he isn't never late. The, the correct form is, he is never late. Another example is, they don't hardly ever go to the library. The correct form is, they hardly ever go to the library. Order of adverbs. With the verb to be is subject, more, to be verb, more, adverb, more, complement. For example, I am always at home at 6 p.m. With the other verbs, subject, more, adverb, more, main verb, more, complement. For example, she often cleans her house on weekends. Thank you.